Well, hello, this is Connie Skaggs from Ladson, South Carolina, and I am an independent creative memories consultant or advisor. And today I wanted to go ahead with my 8x8 uh, demo of my class that I had promised. And so I'm going to do I've got 6 pages that I will cut and show you how I lay them out for an 8x8 page, and it's taken 12 by 12. Several of you had commented on my last one where I just done a little quick show, one page, one cut. There are different ways to do it. Several people have come up with some other ways, and mine does, it covers the whole page. So you don't have any white showing. Now, if you wanted to leave off a strip or leave off a part, you'll be able to do that. And you can put that on another page. I'm only going to use 6 pages today, and what I'm using, I'm going to change my camera, but please just, I hope that you will like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and contact me if you would like to, if you'd like to know more. If you don't have a Creative Memories advisor, or if you are interested in the Creative Memories business as a, maybe you want a side gig before Christmas to earn some money, because Creative Memories is not just about, signing up so you can save some money. It's about building a business or having business income. And so, what better way to use your hobby that you like, and but make some money on the side too. So you feel free to contact me, and I'll try to get back with you. If I do, then if you give me your email address or something like that, we'll try to do that through private. And so, but anyway, I'm still learning all this stuff about YouTube. And so hopefully I will be able to at least share some information with you. And so let me go ahead and change my camera. And I'm still not sure how to make things to where you can see them as a PDF or something like that. So I'm just going to share some things, and hopefully you'll be able to stop the video and see that item. But first, I want to just go ahead and hold my business card close enough so that you could see it. And it is, so it's Connie Skaggs, and that's got my contact information, and just shows you that I am a Creative Memories consultant. This is my print guide that would come up with, and this is a little more professional than my guide that I was penciling in, but each one of these is a different design, and they'll do 2 pages. So in a 8x8 album that comes with 12 pages, so this will do 6 pages front and back, and then you can repeat it with more paper or other kinds of paper. And but if you take one of our 12 pack of paper, it will do a whole album. And yes, you'll have some repeats because our we usually have two papers, but you can always make one side more dominant than the other side. And so anyway, this is my cut guide. And so hopefully, I'm not sure how well this will show up. So, but this is what we'll do, and I will do all these cuts for you. So if you just follow along in the video, it'll be good. Now, what I'm going to use today, because I know I showed in a previous video, I showed how to do this page that I've done one cut, and we'll be doing it again. But I had used our fall collection, which was the part of it as far as the golden harvest. And so this is like a part of a page. There is one. This one is some out of the accessory, I think, from the Croptoberfest paper. This is still from Golden Harvest. And I kind of mixed up a few things, I mixed this one up a little bit. This is still Golden Harvest. This is Golden Harvest. This is one I really like. And see, in almost any of these designs, you've got to understand one of the things you can do is if you don't like it lengthwise, you can turn it. You can't turn this page because of the, the metal grippings that, that goes on the straps in the album. But before you glue down your paper, if you want to change the orientation of the paper, then you surely can, you know. You want to move it to like that, you know. So it's a way to do that. And then this was my last page of that one. So today I'm going to go through and be doing the next 6 pages, and I'm just going to lay them out and show them to you. But I'm going to use the Totally Tonal Fall $5 pack that we have. This is a designer paper. You get 2 of each of these, and so they always show front and back. And so what we'll do is one page will be more dominant with the blue, and the next page, the next time, would be more dominant with this one. So I'm going to mix these up so that I don't cut through each of them at the same time. So when we go to cut, and then these are 3, I'm going to turn over. So they're the opposite side. And almost all of these have got a plaid type orientation on them. Don't you love that? That just looks like fall, and you know, good old flannel shirt for the fall time. So this is what I'll be using. Now, they also have, with the Totally Tonal Fall, they have these border stickers. Now, these are all long. They're all 12-inch stickers, perfect. But, you know, of course, if we wanted to use them on any of our designs in here, you would just cut them at the 8 inches, or you could cut them in half and use a couple of them, you know, as just accents. And I won't be using these today that I know of, but I wanted to share them with you. You know, Creative Memories has just such wonderful products, and so wanted to show you what. And these come out, these Totally Tonals, they have been coming out with them every quarter. And this quarter we have Totally Tonal Fall, we have Christmas, and we have Winter. And those are in, and they have 6 pages in them, $5 for the pack. And they usually sell out fairly quick. They still have a few of the autumn, I think, left online, and they have a few, I forget what the ones earlier. Summer is gone. I think Zoo is gone. So, you know, but some of the stickers are still out too. And the stickers are $9 a pack, like our normal stickers, but you get 3 sticker strips. So, okay, so let's start with our first. I'll put my guide over here so I can read it. And get my dandy printer or my cutter. And so and we're going to cut and stack is what we're going to do. So our first cut here, and almost all of these are working on a 4-inch cut at first. So I would want to cut 4 inches off and then turn or do whatever I'm going to do with the other ones. There's only one of them in here that I want to cut strips on. So, but anyway, we will first cut this 4-inch strip. And we kind of lay that one aside. And this one here, we're going to turn. So we have to rotate it to 90 degrees. I have to pull out my arm. I wouldn't have to, because I can actually cut off 4 inches on the bottom this way. So it's a 4 by 8 inch strip. And that leaves me an 8 by 8 page. And this will be our first page. So nothing hard about that. But you always wonder, well, what do I do with these pages? Well, this will become a page for our last page. And this one here, this long 4 inch by 12 inch, we're going to turn it also. And I want to cut 4 inches off of it. And we're going to leave this box as it is. We could cut it in half if we needed to make a 2 by 2, or you can use it as a mat, you know, for another page. But this one here, we're going to turn over. And this will be one of our last pages. Okay, so we've got a first and a last page and extras. Excuse me. So this is 2 pages already. So our next page is going to be cut like I've done in the last video. And so what do? We start with a 4-inch cut. Let's go ahead and do this 4-inch one first. And so we're going to cut 4 inches off of it. And we're going to kind of put that over there in that stack. Let me see if I can make my stacks here. So maybe. And they're going to kind of be opposite where I need to be, probably. And so this one here is 4 inches by 8 inches, but I want to cut it in half to be 2 inches. 2 2-inch strips, 2 inches by 8 inches. Okay. And of course, on my thing, on my guide, it says reverse them. So we'll use this back side, and this is for page 2, and this is for page 3. So since this is one, we're going to just stack it here for right now. I'm just going to lay that one aside until we get the other piece. And then this one, which was now is 8 inch by 12 inch, but we're going to turn it and cut it at 6 inches. You want to cut it at 6 inches. It cuts it in half. And so we end up with 2 pieces, 6 inch by 8 inch. And this is page 2 and page 3. And so here, these two go together as page 2. These two go together as page 3. Okay. Now our next page, what are we going to cut first? A 4-inch strip. Because it's all math. 4 and 8 is 12. You got 12, and you're wanting everything to be cut to work for a an 8-inch page. And so then we're going to turn this and cut off 4 inches. And of course, on my guide, it tells you to cut this in half to make it as 2 journaling boxes, but we're just going to put it back here in this little stack, because these 4-inch stacks can be journal boxes, they can be mats, whatever, for later on your pages. Then we're going to turn this one. This is your 4-inch by 8 inch, and we're going to cut it into 2 2-inch strips. And of course, this will be reversed. And this is going to be 4 and 5. And so we're just going to lay them over here for a minute. Now we've got this page, and so we want to turn it to where it is, instead of it being 8 inches by 12 inches, you want to turn it to where you're going to cut. So everything is 3 inches by 8 inches. And so we're going to cut some 3-inch strips. So we've got 1, 2, 3 cuts, but it gives us 4 3 by 8 inch strips. Now 2 of these are for page 4 and 2 of them are for page 5. So we're going to take one of these. So let's just turn it this way. This is page 4. This will be page 5. So our next page for 6 and 7, first thing we're doing, we're still cutting a 4-inch strip. Turn this 90 degrees, cut 4 inches off, put this in our little 4-inch pile, and we're going to cut this into 2 2-inch by 8-inch strips. So both of these will be for 6. Okay. So I can put them on top. No. Yeah, I'll put them on top there. This one here, we're going to turn. And it says to cut 2 8-inch strips. But I think I'm going to cut 1 4-inch strip. And if we decide later we want to cut it in half, we can. That one gets reversed. Okay. So that's page 6. But then page 7, we've got another solid or another full page. So let's see how nice this would work here on here, maybe. Okay. And now let's go on to page 8 and 9. And and see, we've already turned our paper, so we've already got a different look. And of course, what do we start with? A 4-inch strip. And then we're going to cut 4 inches. So we have a 4x4. Put that in our stack. This gets cut 2 inches. So, and one of these will be reversed. So page 8, and one is this way, page 8. And then these are also cut in 2-inch strips. All of them cut in 2-inch strips. Now, if you don't want to have everything in 2-inch strips, you could change this to be a 4-inch and a 4-inch and 2 2-inches. So let's cut 2 4-inches. If we want to change and match my other orientation that I've done, I'm just showing you that before you cut it is a good thing. So, you know. Let's say that's page 8, and let's say this is page 9. All right. All right, so this last page, I've got what we're going to cut. Instead of just cutting a 4-inch, we want 4 1-inch strips. So what I do is I use the inside cutter, the inside line on my trimmer, because more of the paper is being held by my guide. And so let's cut 4 1-inch strips. One, two, three. And that leaves us with an 8-inch, and you can always check 8-inch by 12-inch. Well, then we want to rotate this, and we want to cut 2 4-inch strips. There. And then we want to cut 2 2-inch strips. So this is like, do this one, we do one here, this one, and we reverse this here. Now, let me just lay them here side by side, because we got our 4-inch strips, but or 1-inch strips, but they're too long. So we want them, I want to stack them all at once. We're going to cut 4 inches off. And if you want to do it, well, maybe we better do them separate. I don't know. Let's cut 4 inches off. And put this in your little stack up here. Four inches we're taking off, leaving us with an 8-inch by 1-inch strip. Another strip here, 4 inches off, and another 4 inches off. Last strip. Now these strips, you have two per page, but you have one's reversed and one's regular. And once we lay them out, you can decide which, because these are all plaids. Now that's done with your cutting, unless you end up using some of these blocks as titles or journal boxes. So one thing I don't have is match on here, but let's say, I'm sure I've got enough pages here. I've got 5. Let's see. Okay, we know that first page would be, so I'm kind of going backwards here. I should have turned these over so they would have stacked the right way, but I kind of move them. Okay, so this would have been, say, our first page. Okay. Actually, go ahead and put that one down. Okay, our next page was that other one that was similar to our page 2 before, but instead of doing them this way, I think I'm going to do it where it's at the top. And again, this is one where you can alternate it, you can change it. And maybe you would rather have that one as your main color. Might want to do it this way. I'm not going to glue these down because I haven't decided which way I want it, but just showing you the options that we have here. Okay, so let's go on to, so that's page 1, 2, and 3. 4 and 5 we have, and I really like the plaid, so I think I want to keep my plaid is my main one. And I think over here, I might do this the opposite way. And see, it doesn't matter which way you want to put these pieces together. So you have options on that. If you want them going the same direction, you could. You can have them all match. Remember in this other piece, the other one, this one, I had them going straight across and matching. So it's however you want to do that. Okay. And because our paper is reversible and they all match, go together so many times, it's amazing. So, okay, so that was pages 4 and 5. Here we go with 6 and 7. So remember, this is a piece that I said I didn't want to cut 2 strips for. So what if I do that, that, and that is a nice angle. It also, if you have 4 1-inch or 2-inch strips, you would just alternate them, whether you wanted them vertical or horizontal. This is our other full page. Remember, we have a full page in the front that is the navy plaid. So I kind of like that. And what did I do on this other one? See, I did it this way. There's another one I done in the Christmas, and I done it all 4 pieces. So, all right, so that is 6 and 7. Now we're on to 8 and 9. And this is another one where I had all 2-inch strips. And so hopefully you can see. And see, if I wanted to keep them as 2 4-inch strips, I could. You know, again, I want to split them, I can do that. Try this. That wouldn't be a bad look either. So still very versatile. Okay. All right, so I'm running out of pages because I have to get my other pages out. This one is the striped one, so to speak. So we've got a 4-inch, a 2-inch, and 2 1-inch strips. And you could do it either side, either way you wanted to do it. It's also another one that you could do top and bottom. And the reason I'm just giving you some options here, you know, it'll show you both ways. And of course, this is the one that I did with other fall paper by using the, you know, same orientation of 4, 2, 1, and 1. Okay. And of course, then that one goes over. And our last page was from our first cut, and it's just 2 4-inch strips, top and bottom. But again, they could go side by side. And see, and then if you wanted to take, and you wonder, well, what would I do with these strips? Well, maybe they should be little banners, or maybe they're titles, or, you know, you want a journal here and just have one picture and say, you know, fall fun, you know, or family gathering, or Thanksgiving, or something like that. You could do that. So easy. You can just use a couple of those, cut a little banner on them. These, you know, you may think, well, I don't know, is that one matching or not? Well, so maybe you just want this in the center here and have a small picture, you know, or any of those can be cut. So hopefully you like that today. And again, this is Connie Skaggs with Creative Memories as an advisor. And let me go back to my view, my other view, and be sure to tell you how much I appreciate you watching today. And hopefully you will be able to take this, make you some 8x8 pages, and we appreciate you watching. Please feel free to comment on my video, and I sure appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.